Love comes from our hidden mind, absolute 10 times added advice than our acquainted mind, appropriately authoritative adulation and uncontrollable action that we cannot get rid of. Facts about adulation that will seriously accomplish your affection smile. Did you perceive that adulation absolutely is blind, and that men are added acceptable to say I adulation you afore their changeable accomplice does? Neither did we until we started researching the admirable and abstruse apple of falling in adulation and accepting animosity for addition animal being. Adulation authority so abundant amplitude not alone in our lives, but in our psychology, in our biology, and in our history. Here, we've categorical 50 facts about adulation that will advise you to accept it, and maybe can acquisition it in your own life. 1. Eye acquaintance is key. Some amazing analysis has activate that couples who are in adulation and band, in adventurous accord their affection, and afterwards gazing into anniversary others' eyes for 3 minutes. 2. Adulation works fast. It alone takes up to 4 account to adjudge whether you like addition or not. 3. Adulation can be addictive. Falling in adulation is abundant like demography, a dosage of cocaine, as both adventures affect the academician analogously and activate a agnate awareness of euphoria. Analysis activate that falling in adulation produces several euphoria-inducing chemicals that activate 12 areas of the academician at the aforementioned time. 4. There's an acumen why cuddling feels so good. Oxytocin, the alleged adulation or bundle hormone, is produced during an embrace or cuddle. 5. Your affection can absolutely break. Research has provided affirmation that intense, traumatizing events, such as a breakup, divorce, accident of an admired one, concrete break from an admired one, or betrayal can account absolute concrete pains in the breath of one's heart. This action is alleged the broken affection syndrome. 6. Biologically, your adulation changes with time. It is estimated that adventurous love, which is affiliated with euphoria, dependence, bathed palms, collywobbles, and alike, alone lasts about a year. Afterwards, that aboriginal year begins the alleged committed love stage. The alteration is affiliated with animated neurotrophin protein levels in a new formed couples. Adulation goes duke in duke with stress. Studies appearance that bodies at an aboriginal date of adulation accept lower levels of serotonin, which is associated with animosity of beatitude and well-being, and college levels of cortisol associated with stress. 8. Priorities change back attractive for a continued appellation companion. There's affirmation that back attractive for a fling, the anatomy wins over the face on a concrete allure basis. The adverse is true, however, for those who are attractive for a abiding accord partner. 9. Animosity accomplish action that abundant sweeter. Researchers looked at a accumulation of people and activate that those who were cerebration about adulation said a specific affectionate of aliment was sweeter than those cerebration about annoyance or article neutral. 10. Some bodies can't feel love. Some individuals who affirmation never to accept acquainted adventurous adulation ache from hypopituitarism, a attenuate ache that doesn't acquiesce a actuality to feel the rapture of love. 11. Your anatomy has a vein of love. Engagement rings are generally beat on the 4th feel of the larboard duke, because the age-old Greeks maintained that that feel contains the 12. Sometimes your affection's comedy tricks on your heart. Getting dumped generally leads to frustration attraction, which causes an alone to adulation, the one who dumped him or her akin more. 13. Adulation is chaos, so constant attribute of love, Cupid or Eros, is said to accept arise from anarchy, the yawning void, and represents the archaic armament of adulation and desire. 14. Love is a chat acquired from Sanskrit. The appellation love is from the Sanskrit luhyati, acceptation desire of an amoris, or the vein of love that runs beeline to the heart. 15. The ancestor trap. Some psychologists altercate that we abatement in adulation, with addition who is agnate to the ancestor with whom we accept changing adolescence issues. Dark we are gluttonous to boldness this adolescence accord in adulthood. 16. Add a little chance to your life. Studies appearance that if a man meets a woman in a alarming bearings and carnality versa, such as on a abashed bridge, he is added acceptable to abatement in adulation with her than if he met her in a added banal setting such as in an office. 17. Sometimes timing absolutely is everything. Timing decidedly influences love. Individuals are added acceptable to abatement in adulation if they are attractive for adventure. Appetite to leave home, lonely, displaced in a adopted country, casual into a new date of life, or financially and psychologically accessible to allotment themselves or alpha a family. 18. Women like testosterone. Women about the apple are added acceptable to abatement in adulation, with ally with ambition, education, wealth, respect, status, a faculty of humor, and who are taller than they are. Women additionally adopt characteristic cheekbones and able jawbone which are affiliated to testosterone levels. 19. Eye acquaintance is key. Scientists advance that alone staring into a distant person's eyes is an able forerunner to love. In an experiment, strangers of the adverse sex were put in allowance calm for 90 account area. They talked about affectionate capacity and again stared into anniversary other's eyes after talking. Many acquainted a abysmal allure for anniversary other, and two affiliated anniversary added 6 months later. 20. Allure is evolutionary. Men in adulation appearance added action in the beheld allotment of the brain, while women in adulation appearance added action in the allotment of the academician that governs memory. Scientists brainstorm that men accept to add measurement up a woman visually to see if she can buck babies, while women accept to bethink aspects of man's behavior to actuate if he would be an able provider. 21. Slow and abiding wins the race. The best and added advised a courtship. The bigger the diplomacy for a continued marriage, bodies who accept intense, Hollywood-type romances at the alpha are added acceptable to divorce. 22. Men and women feel adulation differently. Women generally feel admired back talking face-to-face with their partner. Men, on the added hand, generally feel emotionally abutting back they work, play, or allocution ancillary by side. 23. Adulation is a journey. Scientists advance that best bodies will abatement in adulation about 7 times afore marriage. 24. Adulation actually makes you grow. The act of falling in adulation is accepted to accept an abstracted after effect on a person's anatomy and mind. This, in turn, will accession levels of assumption advance for about a year. 25. Opposites don't attract. Individuals who arise agnate and at the aforementioned akin of affability are added acceptable to end up calm than bodies who attending decidedly different. Many amusing advisers announce that there is an arrangement in how bodies chose their mates or adventurous relationships. This is approved through a matching hypothesis, which indicates that bodies are added admiring to others who allotment agnate allure akin with them. 26. Collywobbles are a real, accent-related thing. The announcement of accepting collywobbles in your abdomen is an absolute action that is acquired by an adrenaline rush. Back and if you abatement for someone, it will apparently be adamantine to abstain the action of collywobbles dancing and aerial about in your. This happens as a body's acknowledgement to a fight-or-flight situation. 27. Lady in red. For affidavit that are not yet clear, studies consistently appearance that back the aforementioned woman wears red against a altered color. Men are added absorbed to appoint her in added conversations. This is accurate akin back the accoutrement styles are contrarily identical. 28. Adulation and sex access us differently. Research has apparent that cerebration of adulation influences adroitness and abstruse thoughts as able-bodied as abiding planning. Cerebration of sex about influences actual accommodation authoritative and absorption to cursory detail. 29. The I adulation you moment. Statistically, men are added acceptable to say I adulation you in a accord than women. Men are additionally added acceptable to be added emotionally afflicted by breakups than women are. 30. Kissing extends your lifespan. Men who kiss their wives in the morning are anticipation to alive up to 5 years longer. 31. Adulation potions are fabricated from animal sweat. 32. Symmetry is everything. Symmetry is how our accuracy